Guru Om, Guru Om, Satya Guru, Guru Om.
Stressful situations. How to deal with affection. Too much, too little. This is interesting. Is there ever too much affection? Yes, there is. There is. Unfortunately, my sister asked me this question. How can you say there's too much affection? Sometimes when you give too much, you're trying. Do you see, when you want to give so much, it's a lot of effort. When you love someone, it should just flow. When you want to overdo, you suffocate that person. Many children tell me they feel suffocated by their parents, constantly on top of them. You ask the parents, but I would do everything for my child. Yeah, but don't do everything for your child, because you will cripple them. So too much affection is not good. So how do you deal with it? You have to hold back sometimes. It's not easy. It's learning to control your senses, learning to control your emotions, And if people give you too much that you can't handle, then you need to have boundaries. You need to have your boundaries. And how do you put your boundaries? You don't have to be mean and horrible. You just imagine this white door of light there. They'll feel it. And then they ask you, why are you turning away from me? Sometimes I need my space. Tell them, truthfully, sometimes I need my space. And that's what you do with too much affection. I'll give you this. I think I told you the story of the butterfly and the moth and the cocoon. Yeah, some of you haven't heard it. Should I tell it again? Do you mind hearing it again? Okay, so there's this scientist, and he is like working on cocoons and moths and butterflies. So he has this big cocoon there, and he's examining it, studying it, and then suddenly he sees the cocoon shaking, and then he goes, wow, the moth is about to come out. Next day, it's shaking even a little bit more. Wow, the moth is going to come out. Third day, it's really shaking. And he goes, I am such a fool. I want to help this moth, so why don't I cut open the cocoon for the moth and it will fly out. It doesn't have to struggle if I help it. So he takes a scissor and he cuts open the cocoon, thinking he's doing the best for the moth. The moth comes out. It's crippled. It can't fly. It needed the struggle to get the juices from the cocoon for the wings to grow to fly. Overprotection doesn't allow people to fly. But it's hard. It's hard being a parent. It's really hard. I wish they would teach this in school. It's hard being a wife. It's hard being a partner. Sometimes we want to look after people so much, we drown them in love, and they feel more sorry for themselves and more victimized than ever. And that doesn't help them. Everybody has to go through pain. We all have to. Nobody is exempt. We teach people to be strong rather than needy and clingy and weak. That's the best thing we can do. And Sri Patanjali answers this question by saying, what is the solution? Compassion towards the unhappy. Not take over their lives, not do it for them, but give them love and give them compassion. And if you got too little love, ask yourself, why? Are you giving love? I tell you a story. One of my students came to me very angry. Her mother had passed away. And she called me out. I'm really angry at everybody at the yoga center. Why are you angry at everybody at yoga center? Well, when my mother died, it's only you and Shanti who called me up. Nobody bothers with me. And they're not really friends. And I go, do you know that this person in the yoga center also lost his father? Do you know that this person just had their child really ill in hospital? Do you know? Da 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 da. I went through all of that. Have you called any of them? No. Okay. Now you know why they haven't called you. As you sow, you will reap. Why are you expecting anyone to call you? You couldn't be bothered with the rest of them. So she learned a great lesson that day. Why would they? They're in trouble. Do you see? So you have to ask yourself that question. If you're getting too little love, is it the other person or is it myself? Ask that question. If you feel it's the other person and it's not yourself, then approach them. Approach them and say, you know what? I really need a hug. Straightforward. Don't sign language. I need love, bang the door, I'm angry, you should understand that I need love, or, I'm going to go out, get drunk, because I don't get in love. They're never going to get the message. You want love? Smile and ask for it. Simply, I need a hug. Done. If you ask so nicely, nobody will say no, will they? They want to hug you. They really do. And so ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you. But just don't expect and think it's your birthright that everybody has to give you what you want. Because it doesn't work that way. All right? I hope I answered that question.